A very good evening and welcome to the Cork Volunteer Awards for 2020. It's been a very unusual year this year because of COVID-19, and because of that we can't have our wonderful gala evening like we had last year for the awards ceremony when we all celebrated in the Kingsley Hotel. Please God, next year we'll all be together again and we'll be able to have another wonderful evening. But that's not to take away in any way from this year's awards winners. Each and every one of you truly deserve to be recognised. This year, because of the pandemic, volunteers have been needed more than ever. I know on my own radio programme, whenever I speak with volunteers and I ask them why do they volunteer, what do they get from volunteering, they all stop and say that what they get back is much more than what they actually give. And volunteers were needed more than ever this year, particularly during the lockdown. People discovered volunteerism, people who had never volunteered before, people who were out of work, whose businesses closed, who suddenly found themselves with a lot of time in their hands and they wanted to do something, and they wanted to do something for their community. And those people stepped up and they have become wonderful volunteers. Some of them, in fact, we recognise tonight. So tonight we have 10 individual awards to give out. They're special awards because everyone's been nominated by their peers. They've been nominated by the organisations that they work with. So it's people who see the true value of the volunteer and the true value of the work that each and every one of you have been doing. So to everyone that has been nominated, whether you are a winner tonight or not, you are in your own way a winner, the very fact that you have been nominated. So we will have 10 winners in each of the different categories, and then at the end of the evening we will announce the overall C103 Cork Volunteer of the Year. Even though we can't all be together tonight, virtually we are, so we'll give each other virtual hugs. And I hope that you're watching this presentation and that you're surrounded by your own family and your loved ones. Enjoy the evening.
Hi everyone, my name is Chris O'Brien and I am the chairperson of Cork Volunteer Centre. I'd like to welcome you all to today's event. Thank you for joining us for the second Cork Volunteer Awards, and I suppose more so, thank you for joining us in our new virtual world with which we find ourselves. The Board of Management and myself would like to extend sincere congratulations to our winners tonight. Reviewing some of the nominations and submissions over the past weeks has been a truly humbling experience, and to see the level of commitment of the volunteers of the Cork region, the giving of their time so freely and so openly, has just been fantastic. It's been incredibly humbling. Particularly I think during the challenges of the year thus far, it has not waned the commitment of those volunteers, and they've continued to serve and to support the organisations with which they work. Huge thanks are due as well to our sponsors of tonight's awards. Again, most would be joining us for our second year, and we thank you for your ongoing support in helping to recognise the level of commitment of the volunteers of Cork. A great deal of work has been going on in the background, as you can imagine, over the last while. So why don't we pop on over to the Volunteer Centre and meet some of the team and hear from them.
This is Julie Connelly, manager of Cork Volunteer Centre. Julie has been engaging with Cork City and Cork County COVID-19 community response forums over the last few months and supporting organizations with their needs around Garda vetting and good practice in terms of volunteer management.
This is Gosha Valdaska. Gosha is a placement and outreach officer for Cork Volunteer Centre, and she mostly works with volunteers and organisations based in Cork County. Gosha is also involved in delivering our volunteer leadership training, and processing Garda vetting applications.
This is David Fradley, our vetting clerk in Cork Volunteer Centre. David supports organizations with vetting queries and processing applications. He also supports us with any IT issues we may have, and he has always some interesting fact about the ward ready to share with us.
This is Adam. He's a placement officer and vetting liaison. He supports organisations and volunteers in Cork City. He also provides training for organisations in volunteer leadership, volunteer management, Garda vetting and social media.
This is Karen O'Connor. Karen is our bookkeeper and vetting clerk here in Cork Volunteer Centre, and she supports organisations in processing applications for vetting and invoicing.
This is Fitu Barry, our placement officer here in Cork Volunteer Centre. Fitu helps new volunteers to find suitable opportunity to volunteer, as well as following up with existing volunteers and offering support to them.
Hi, my name is Julie Connolly. I'm the manager of Cork Volunteer Centre. I'm here on Monday the 5th of October in the Kingsley Hotel, and we're recording videos for Cork Volunteer Awards ceremony. The videos are of people receiving their trophies today. Throughout the day, people have been allocated different time slots to come in and collect their awards. They're asked to wait in their car. We phone them when we're ready for them to come in. They come in and we film them receiving their trophies. And then when they leave, we sanitise the entire room and air it out in between. We're using all the possible safety measures that we possibly can. So as you can see, we're wearing masks, we've got social distancing in place, and we're sanitising all the trophies, and we have a sanitising station here. It's just a bit of everything just to make sure everyone is comfortable, happy and completely safe. And then the ceremony itself that you're watching on Friday the 9th of October is a compilation of the videos of the people receiving their trophies, videos that we've received from nominating organisations, and we have some videos from the judges and some special official guests as well.
Hello, I'm Kieran McGeary, the Chief Executive of C103 and its sister radio station Cork's 96 FM. We're delighted that C103 is again involved in the Cork Volunteer Awards. You don't need me to highlight how important the work carried out by volunteers in Cork actually is. Without doubt, our area just couldn't function if it weren't for the enormous contribution these selfless people make on an ongoing basis. And what's equally impressive is that much of it is done under the radar. Most people that I know who volunteer in any capacity are not doing it because they want or expect plaudits. Nonetheless, the decision by Cork Volunteer Centre to establish these awards was the right one, and C103 feels very privileged to help highlight the wonderful work that is going on in our communities. None of us could have anticipated what 2020 would bring, and there's no doubt that the public health crisis has made all of our lives more difficult and strange as we adjusted to the new norm. But it also highlighted even more the invaluable work being carried out by the voluntary sector. Well done to those of you who are being recognised through these awards, but I'd also like to pay tribute to all volunteers. Thank you for what you do.
Hello everyone, my name is Joe O'Brien. I'm a Cork man. I grew up in a place called Granagh in mid-Cork, and I went to the Northmont in the city, and I went to college in UCC. So it's a pleasure for me as Minister for Community Development and Charities to be thanking Cork people and to be talking to you at the Volunteer Awards. And may I specify the Cork Volunteer Awards. And I'm delighted that you've decided to have a specific Cork Volunteer Awards, because people in Cork are obviously particularly worthy of awards. I really want to pay homage, I suppose, to the range of activities and the organisations involved. The age range as well of the volunteers, some who will win awards tonight, is very notable, from very young people to some of our most senior Corkonians and most impressive people. I think it's really good and nice that the awards have a very strong sense of identity and place, and a lot of this is about Cork and feeling the need to acknowledge where you're from as well, and I really appreciate that. It's very much about your community and the place that you live as well. I think we use the word volunteering and volunteers in a very formal way, but I suppose it's really about kindness, it's about generosity, and it's about just being nice to people. And that sounds very simple, but you know, we can't have too much of that in the world. So it's the very least I think that we can do, and I'd love to be with you there tonight and visit home and visit my friends and relatives and so on. But we're locked down in Dublin, so I have to send this message to you. So I just want to thank you all for being nice and for being kind and generous and giving of your time, generous of your time as well. I suppose I want to acknowledge as well the fact that a lot of the activities and a lot of the awardees tonight are in response to the situation that we live in terms of COVID-19, and it's been very impressive, very inspiring in terms of how normal people have stood up to the plate in the area of, you know, Meals on Wheels. The mask making has really struck me, reaching out to the LGBT community, and your overall involvement, I think, in the Community Response Initiative has been very impressive as well. And just the amount of hours that have been dedicated have been notable as well. And I know a lot of people are actually volunteering in more than one organisation as well. And a lot of you don't even think twice about it. It's who you are, it's what you do, it's your second nature. But I think it's really important to acknowledge that you're exceptional people, and that's what tonight is about. And hopefully I'll see you all down in Cork at some stage soon and be able to congratulate you in person. Thank you very much, and have a good evening.
Our first award of the evening is for the Volunteer of the Year in the Youth section under 18, and our winner this year is Alfie Kybert, who's been nominated by CDYS in Mallow. Alfie is a young person who's involved in the Youth Club and Youth Council in CDYS in Mallow and has been for the past 3 years. Alfie is described as being thoughtful and kind and always thinking of others. Alfie is constantly encouraging other young people to get involved in the youth club within CDYS in Mallow, as he can vouch for the positive impact that they've had on him. During COVID-19, when lockdown came, Alfie really showed his true colours. Alfie was always at the other end of a phone to help out, especially with any IT issues. Everybody Alfie meets comes first, and he puts himself into the background. We congratulate the Volunteer of the Year in the Youth Award, Alfie Kybert.
Hi guys, my name is Sharon Doody and I'm the youth worker here in CDYS The Big Blue Cube Mallow. So some of the groups that we would run here in CDYS The Big Blue Cube are Homework Club, Cooking and Baking, Youth Drop-In Groups, Youth Council, and some bit of arts and crafts. Also, we would do a lot of mental health programs.
Just behind us on the wall, this was an art project that was done by a group of 6th class who were transitioning into first year. So we did that in August, and Sharon was kind of the lead person on that, and she had help from the Youth Council. So I suppose they're just the words that came into their heads when they think of CDYS and the opportunities that they have here in CDYS.
Alfie has been involved with CDYS here in the Big Blue Cube for the last 5 years. Alfie is totally dedicated to his role here in CDYS.
So I got first involved through my mate Blake. He's actually moved over to England now. He was a part of Sharon's group, and he said to me after school, "Come to group, Alfie, come to group." I was like, nah, not today. He's like, "Come on, you have to. After 5 minutes of him keep going on, I was like, fine. And ever since he dragged me into that group, I've just loved it. I've been here for 5 years now and still loving it. So my role in the Mallow Youth Centre is I'm a part of the Mallow CDYS Youth Council, and that's my role. And during the lockdown, with the COVID, I also helped out with the IT side, like setting up Discord, Zoom for the youth members. Being in UCAF for a while, I felt like it was a safe place to be, and a place where I feel supported, and I just kind of wanted to volunteer from then, and it just made me carry on then. The opportunities I get, like the Erasmus trip we did going to Finland, I got to meet other youth councils, and I got to meet the other youth workers, and from that I was able to gain friends, and yeah, just brilliant experiences I've had. Oh god, I was over the moon, like what's it called? I was lost for words. I even said on the phone to Sharon. She just called me up after school, and she was like, Alfie, I'm like, yeah, how are you doing? I'm like, I'm good. Why? She's like, I got some news for you. What? And she said I won the reward, and I was so surprised. I was completely lost for words. Like, without volunteers, the youth groups wouldn't be a thing. And so, if you're living in Mallow anyway, and you want to become a volunteer, text Sharon straight away, because why not?
In order to have a bit of crack in our youth class, Alfie decided to go and build a Bluetooth speaker out of a rubbish bin.
I made a Bluetooth speaker out of a country clean bin, a brown one. It wasn't used, by the way, just saying. Cut it up with a knife because I had no scissors because they just went missing. Put 2 car speakers at the side of it, wired up a Bluetooth circuit, and that's the speaker, and I gave it to the youth centre then. There's so many good experiences, like with, let's just say, Finland. That wouldn't have happened if I didn't volunteer. I got to meet like all the different centres, I got to meet other youth workers, and I got to know Sharon a bit more as well. So I say definitely do it. It'll be worth it. Just thanks for the nomination, and I'm just so grateful for the reward. Thank you.
I wonder, does Mom want to say anything?
Just I'm super proud of him. He's had a tough couple of years, and for him to come out with this award is amazing. Well done.
Thanks, Mom.
If you'd like to find out more information on our organisation, please visit www.cdys.ie for more information, or you can contact myself, Sharon, at sharon@cdys.ie.
This year's winner in the Volunteer of the Year for the East Cork Division is Martina Coleman. Congratulations, Martina. Martina has been nominated by the Youghal Community Health Project. Martina was the chair of Youghal Meals on Wheels for over 30 years. She organised the 3 times a week delivery of meals to vulnerable people within the community and organised many fundraising events which benefited the local community. In September of 2019, Martina stepped down from her volunteering role due to family circumstances, and the Youghal Community Health Project took on the responsibility for the Meals on Wheels with the continued informal support of Martina. Tonight we recognise Martina Coleman for all her work, especially volunteering during the past 30 years. Congratulations, Martina.
Hello, it's Emer O'Brien here, County Librarian of Cork County Council, and I had the honour of judging the Volunteer of the Year for East Cork, and I was delighted to pick Martina Coleman in this category. Martina has given over 30 years of dedicated work for Meals on Wheels in the East Cork area, and particularly Youghal, and even though officially stepped down last year, she continues to give her time to this effort. So well done, Martina, and great work.
Max Creed of Youghal Community Health Project. On behalf of the project, we'd like to congratulate Martina Coleman on her award as East Cork Volunteer of the Year. The award is richly deserved. Martina set up Meals on Wheels over 50 years ago with a group of like-minded women in the town of Youghal, and the service has grown from strength to strength over the years through the dedication and commitment of Martina and the volunteers involved. Martina, you're an amazing example of what one person can do with dedication and commitment and warmth and blackmail and threats and just sheer persuasion. We're very proud to be associated with you, and again, on behalf of all of the volunteers, and the Board of Management of the project, thank you for your amazing work over the years, and we wish you all the best for the future. God bless.
Hi Tina, congratulations on your award. Much deserved really. You've been a wonderful source of information and knowledge to me personally since I started Meals on Wheels with you. Again, Meals on Wheels, as you know, has changed with COVID. We've increased our service. Where we started with possibly around 70 meals a week going out. We're now up to 209 to 220 meals per week. We cover a bit wider area now. We also cover Youghal, Castlemartyr, Ballymacoda, Dungorney area. We're actually going as far as. The challenges to the service are multiple and they're increasing all the time. But going back to Tina, you have, as I said, were wonderful to me, and as you know and I know, you need a wonderful committee and a lot of volunteers to help run an organisation like this. And for you to do what you did and keep that service going for so long, it just speaks volumes for the person you are. I would like to wish you a very happy evening and enjoy your day with the awards. It's no more deserved person could win it as you did, Tina. All the best. Have a great evening.
Well, the story starts in the 1960s when I worked in Fry Cadbury in Dublin, and a guy there in the office with me asked me if I'd be interested in volunteering to go visit the elderly at night. And I did that with him and two other girls until 1970 when I got married. Then I landed in Youghal and obviously had children and all of that. And when my youngest was about 5, I started volunteering cooking the meals on a Saturday because my husband would be there to mind the children. So I'm involved ever since. And I joined the committee in 1986 and I've been on it until I retired at the end of the year. Well, I would say to them, don't be nervous, just say I'm going to try it out and I'll see what it's like. And I would nearly guarantee that anyone that does start will always continue because it is very rewarding. Well, just to say that, as I said, all the years, I couldn't say that, I really met anyone that, that was obnoxious or anything like that. Everybody was always very pleasant and I certainly enjoyed it. In actual fact, I missed it, but I knew I couldn't continue, to do it anymore. So that was it. I would encourage anyone to volunteer. It doesn't have to be with elderly, but with, so many other different things and different organisations. But I do think, it's a very rewarding thing to do. So it's just brilliant. The group that have taken over, it's fantastic because they're all young and enthusiastic. I mean, I'd still drive and do the deliveries, but we're not obviously doing that now because of COVID. But my main thing was for the service to continue in Youghal. Yeah. And I tried very hard to get this organisation. There was lots of people interested, but no, I wanted this group and they're just super. Yeah. They've done a fantastic job.
Hello, Tina. I want to congratulate you on your achievement for all your hard work over the years. You truly deserved it and the best of luck to you.
Tina, I want to wish you all the best for the future. You're a fabulous person and worker. You've been the chairperson of the Meals on Wheels and the Senior Citizen for years. You gave it everything. You ran Meals on Wheels, the Senior Citizens dinners, the outings, everything. You were forever on the phone, getting on to people to organise things and get things done. You were brilliant. You gave it 150%. All the best to you for the future, Tina, and I hope everything goes well for you.
Well done, Tina, for your amazing service. We're so proud of you.
Go.
Congratulations, Tina, on your decades of service with Youghal Meals on Wheels. We are so proud of you.
Congratulations, Tina. You really deserve this award. We wish we could be there with you. Hope you have a wonderful time. Yay!
On behalf of all the Gardaí here at Youghal Garda Station, we'd like to congratulate Tina on being recognised for her great work within the community. It's great to see somebody locally getting recognition for all their great work behind the scenes and their years of volunteerism. Congratulations, Tina.
The Volunteer of the Year Sport Award this year goes to Judy Long of Mallow United Football Club. Judy has served as Mallow United Secretary for the past 5 years. However, her contribution to the club has extended well beyond her remit as Secretary. In addition to her fantastic job as Secretary, Judy played a key role in introducing the Mallow United Football for All for children of all abilities. For the last 2 years, Judy has acted as the Schoolgirls and Girls Academy Coordinator. Judy has given so much to Mallow United, and she always does it with a smile. Judy's modesty means that her contribution to providing the people of Mallow with a soccer club to be proud of likely goes unnoticed by many of those playing week in and week out. Judy is thoroughly deserving of official recognition for her contribution to sport and the community in North Cork. We congratulate Judy Long.
Mallow United is a soccer club that has represented Mallow and the surrounding communities since it was founded by a small but ambitious group of volunteers 94 years ago. The goal of our club is to provide a safe and fun environment that encourages participation in soccer and allows boys, girls and adults to represent their local community on the field irrespective of their ability. Our club has grown significantly in recent years with the introduction of our girls soccer, our football for all and the addition of extra boys teams, giving more children the opportunity to play. We nominated Judy Long, our club secretary, because of her exhaustive efforts over the last 5 years to make sure that the club is run as smoothly as it does. Judy has overseen fundraisers, flag days, church gate collections, player registrations, coordination of our Girls Academy and girls underage teams, and much more, not to mention her normal secretary duties, and she managed to do it all with minimal fuss, a smile and kind word for everyone along the way.
My duties as a secretary is that I would be involved in the registration of players. I'd also organise fundraising, church gate collections and flag days. Our training schedule, I would help out with that as well, and general day-to-day running of a club, like letters to people, phone calls, different things. But I suppose everything, like I like helping out in everything if I can. And as I said, girls now is a big thing that I'd really want to push for the club. We have great academy boys, we have great school boys and seniors, and football for all we have as well. But with the COVID restrictions this year, it's going to be very hard to have them back at the moment, but hopefully, again, last year we were delighted we won an award for our football for all participation, and this year now we hope to go forward and, as I say, develop the club more, move to our new Astro pitches in Goodness and build and become better than we already are. Thank you.
I'm thrilled, I am, and it's the club it's after coming so much over the last few years, and it's the kids when you see them, like, I mean, we've kids involved from 3 upwards, and just to see, they're so happy, you know. And I mean, it's not about winning, as I always say, like, I go into a room full of men, of coaches who all about winning and the trophies and everything, and I just say it's not. I said it's about the happiness that they run off that pitch into their parents' car and say, I had a great time, we were beaten 10-0, but do you know, I had a brilliant time. And that's what it is like, and I'm so thrilled for this. I thought it was a prank call. I thought it was one of the coaches messing, or somebody messing, that it was a prank call, and then he kept saying, no, it's not a prank call. And then I actually rang Karen, who nominated me, and he started laughing, and I said, is it real? And he said, yes, it's true, he said. And I said, I won it, and he goes, you what? He said, so he was as delighted for it as I was, so I was thrilled then, like, absolutely thrilled. I believe it now that I'm here. Seeing the club grow so much and developing, and it's a brilliant, we've so many brilliant people involved in the club, like, I mean, just from the chairman, Tim Barrett, to the committee members, to the coaches, to the parents, and mostly all to the boys and girls that are in the club, and you just see the joy and the happiness it brings them, Do you know what I mean? When they can go out and play on lovely pitches and have nice clean dressing rooms. And do you know, and this year now is a huge year for us that we're building our own Astro pitch in Mallow, which will be open in 2 weeks' time. So just being involved in that and seeing that, it's great. It's great for Mallow town as a town, like.
Judy, from all of us at Mallow United, a huge thank you for all that you do, and warmest congratulations on winning this most deserved award.
Well, this is not just for me, this is for everybody in the club. It's just for all as I said, our chairman, Tim Barrett, he's just fantastic. The work he's done and how he has developed the club over the last few years with the committee members, with the coaches, with the parents, but most of all for the boys and girls that put on that jersey every weekend and go out and represent Mallow United. They make us so proud, and we're so happy to be there and doing this for them and for the town and for everybody involved. So I'd like to say thank you very much.
The Volunteer of the Year in the North City area this year is Maura Long. Congratulations, Maura. Maura has been nominated for her work with the Friendly Call Cork. She's been volunteering there for over 5 years, coming to the office every week to ring clients who are isolated and alone. At the beginning of COVID, all of the volunteers had to do calls to clients remotely from their homes. Maura has been doing calls 5 days a week since the middle of March and never missed a week. She's a great asset to Friendly Call Cork. She's also a great mentor to all of the volunteers, a super support to the clients and a great friend for all. In May, she got involved in fundraising by shaving her head live on Facebook, and she raised over €3,000 for Friendly Call Cork and for the Mercy University Hospital. Everyone who knows Maura says she is 100% a worthy recipient of Volunteer of the Year. Congratulations, Maura Long.
There were so many deserving volunteers in the North City category, but in the end we decided to give this year's award to Maura Long.
Hello, Brenda here from Friendly Call Cork. Just to say, we're part of Cork City Partnership, and we are a befriending phone call service for older people and people who are isolated and alone. We're really delighted because Maura has been nominated for a Volunteer of the Year award and through Cork Volunteer Centre, and we're really proud of her. I think proud for all our volunteers and all the team that are involved here. We have a great old team. So our office is based up in Grunroher at the Parochial Hall, and I suppose before COVID our volunteers used to come in and make the calls here. Since COVID all our volunteers have taken the task to do the calls from home, and then we got an awful increase of numbers, so I suppose we went from maybe 220 people that we would ring every day right up to just under 400.
Each day I ring about and chat to about 20 people approximately. I inquire to see that they are feeling okay, and if they have any difficulties, having a chat with them about whatever they want to chat about.
I'd never be afraid to ring her and ask her to help us out. And as I said, look, all of our volunteers are fantastic like that, and they're great own dedication.
Maura's story really stood out to me. At 75 years of age, you may have thought that she would have taken a step back this year, but no, she was quick to adapt to doing her volunteering from home, and even started cooking roast dinners every Sunday and dropping them off to a particularly vulnerable client. Another thing that pushed me to choose Maura was that as well as being a fantastic volunteer herself, her organisation said that Maura is a great mentor to the other volunteers. And this is such a valuable trait and can mean the world to an organisation, helping them to get new volunteers on board, allowing the organisation to grow and to reach out to more people who might need their support.
I was always involved kind of in between the hurling and football club, and you know, when you have children you have to become involved with stuff, and I was in the community association in Grawn when I lived there, so I was kind of always involved in things. And then when I had to retire from work, and I suppose I was retired about 2 years, and I said, Jesus, I have to get out and do something. and I heard about Friendly Call. My kids said, "Oh, ma'am, you can talk for Ireland, so go on." And that's how I got involved in it. And sure, I haven't looked back. She doesn't give me time off anyway.
She did do a head shave way back in May for a GoFundMe to raise funds for Friendly Call and for the Mercy University Hospital, and she made 4,000 euro, which was split between the two charities, which was absolutely fantastic and a great bonus. Maura would have been cocooning at the time, so and she was doing calls from home, and she got shaved off all her hair.
At the start of lockdown, I don't know, one of my sons shaved his head or something. And my house is like Patrick Street. I have a couple of adopted children, as I call them, my adopted children. And they were blackguarding me, and they were saying, "Jesus, Marla, can you imagine if you shaved your head?" I said, "Listen, I'll make you all know, put your money where your mouth is. I only for my own." But my grandson said, "And then we put it up on Facebook." And sure, I raised nearly 4,000 euros, which was wonderful. People came out of the woodwork that, and my son, he said, "We'll have to video this." So they did it outside my front door. I mean, can you imagine? No, cars passing, I'm sure people were saying, "What the hell is going on here?" And of course, all my kids and all the grandchildren were all around in their cars and out, the neighbours out. It was, I tell you now, if you saw it. My sisters rang from Australia because they could see it. I mean, I was completely bald, yeah.
Just to say a big thanks to obviously Cork City Partnership and all the staff there that pulled her in when we were going through COVID and helped with shopping and hamper deliveries and maintenance issues and stuff like that. We had and great help with Friendly Call. You know, we got an influx of new clients early on, so it was fantastic. And I also want to say special thanks to our sponsors, our funders, so the HSE, Cork ETB, Cork City Council, Synergy Security, Arup in Albert Key, and other funders that help us out throughout the year. You know, it's much appreciated. And if anybody was interested, of course, in becoming partners, funders with us, that would be fantastic.
Well, I thought somebody was playing a prank on me until I was reassured that it was real, and I was shocked but honoured to be nominated. Having won, I am still over the moon about it.
It's brilliant, and we're all so delighted here in Friendly Call and Cork City Partnership, and I'm sure all the volunteers will be so delighted for you, because we all know how brilliant you are.
This is for all, just not for me, it's for all the volunteers who are fantastic and do Trojan work. And our coordinator Brenda, should only for her we'd be lost. And I'd encourage anyone that has any bit of spare time. As a matter of fact, I wrote my sister in yesterday, who was 80. That's what I did. Because I think everyone should be somewhere, even if it is only an hour a week. The satisfaction you get from it is fantastic. So, like, everyone that has a spare hour should volunteer in some capacity.
The Volunteer of the Year Student Award this year goes to Vera Stojanovic of Better Together. Vera was integral in the development of the recent Sanctuary Mask initiative in partnership with the Cork Migrant Centre. Vera is the founder of Better Together, a local charity that works to empower women who are seeking asylum in Cork City and County. Better Together have been working directly with women living in direct provision since 2016. Vera spent the summer of 2020 volunteering with asylum seekers in a refugee camp in Greece. Vera commits a significant amount of her time to volunteering and is an incredible role model and a passionate advocate for the power of volunteering. She's a very worthy winner of Volunteer of the Year Student Award. Congratulations, Vera.
Hello everybody, Martin Galvin from University College Cork here. Congratulations to the Cork Volunteer Centre on this wonderful award ceremony for the second year running. Despite the pandemic, you guys put in a great effort and we're very, very appreciative of what you've done. Congratulations to Vera. Vera is an applied social studies student at University College Cork. She's the founder of Better Together, the Sanctuary Mask Initiative with the Cork Migrant Centre. She's a really enthusiastic participant on our City of Sanctuary and University of Sanctuary initiatives here in Cork. Vera is a really passionate advocate for volunteering. She's driven by a deep sense of social justice and commitment to the rights of asylum seekers and refugees. So we couldn't have a more worthy winner. Congratulations, Vera. We're deeply proud of you in UCC.
I'm Dr. Naomi Machete. I run the Cork Migrant Centre Psychosocial Wellbeing Hub at the Nanonego Place, Cork. It's premised on creating safe spaces for asylum seekers, refugees and migrant women to engage in capacity building activities, to build social networks and to link to resources. It's in this capacity really that I have come to know Villa really well, because we work with the same population. And on this note, during COVID-19, we did find ourselves responding to the same needs, identified needs by the women and their families for PPE, which was in very short supply. And we actually facilitated these women in their strengths. We knew they had seamstress and design skills to make their own mask, what became the Sanctuary Mask Initiative. What can I say about Villa? She's driven, she's passionate, and nothing stops her really. Even when there's a blockage, she finds a way around it, and that's really great. And not only does she provide strategic organization planning strengths, but she also rolls her sleeves, gets her hands dirty in doing whatever needs to be done. So she's actually shown us that we can do so much with so little. She brought so many smiles to so many people. Villa is a change maker. She's going to make a huge impact in whatever field she chooses to concentrate in. I'm really happy that she's been nominated for this award, because I strongly believe that this is just one of many awards that I can see in her trajectory. I mean, she's great. She's a girl in a woman's body, really. For other people who want to volunteer out there, let nothing stops you. There's so much joy in volunteering, in as much as you receive. You get as much as you receive, really. And it's really meaningful. Villa will be very happy to know that the Sanctuary Mask Initiative that she started is now being registered as a cooperative. So these women are taking the next step to turn the mask making initiative into a business. It's really freedom, like they call it, social ethnic cards on deck, is the freedom to imagine, for financial independence. And so this is a big thing that's come out of a big idea. And so all I can say about Villa is watch this space. She's going to do great things.
My name is Vera Stojanovic, and I'm the founder and coordinator of Better Together. Better Together is a Cork-based charity that works to empower women seeking asylum here in Cork. I've been working directly with women and children living in direct provision since 2016, and over the past 4 years, all of the projects and activities that we've organised have been with the aim of aiding the social and emotional well-being of the women that we work with. We've been able to do this through running a weekly yoga group that we ran for 2 years, employment skills courses, community dance programs, and also activities that we've organised for the children of the women that we work with. These include an annual Glow outing where we bring families into the city before Christmas to enjoy the Glow festivities, and also a summer camp that we run for children every year who are living in direct provision. I returned to UCC 2 years ago to study social science, and was awarded a Quercus Active Citizenship Scholarship for the work that I've done through Better Together. In my time in UCC, I was also invited to join the working group of the University of Sanctuary, which aims to create a welcoming and a safe environment for refugees and asylum seekers here at UCC. So I've been involved in volunteering for the last number of years, and I believe it gives us the opportunity to do something that is bigger than ourselves. there is nothing more humbling, in my opinion, than having the privilege to be able to do something that makes an impact in somebody's life. It doesn't matter how big or how small. I believe that volunteering is, I suppose for me, it's like food for the soul. When I received a call from the Cork Volunteer Centre a few weeks ago saying that I was not only nominated for, but I had won the Student Volunteer Awards, I was absolutely thrilled. I think that there is not a whole lot of things that can be changed by one person or by one act. A lot of the times we look around and all we can see is all of the injustice that is around us. And that can be very, very overwhelming. So if I was to have any advice for anybody who was interested in volunteering, it would be to just pick something small, pick a small cause, and just do something, anything at all, to help and to make things a little bit nicer. Thank you.
The Volunteer of the Year for West Cork this year is Tommy Collins, who's been nominated by Dunmanway Community Council. Tommy has been volunteering locally in Dunmanway since 1969, when he got involved with the credit union. He then went on to join the newly formed Comhaltas Ceoltóirí Éireann branch that was in Dunmanway in 1976. He was instrumental in the establishment of music and dance classes. Over the years, he has consistently promoted traditional culture throughout the county, whilst at the same time catapulting the Dunmanway branch as a leading unit of Comhaltas. The Community Council was formed in Dunmanway in 2008. Timmy was a founding member and assumed the position of Treasurer and is now Chair. In that time, he has been to the foremost in promoting the cultural, economic, social and environmental welfare of Dunmanway. He is immensely proud of the town and goes to great lengths to ensure the town is never forgotten. His enthusiasm is both infectious and inspiring. He's described as a local treasure and he's very deserving of tonight's award. We congratulate Tommy Collins.
Hi there, my name is Deirdre Kelly. I'm a Cork County Councillor in the beautiful West Cork town of Dunmanway. This is the birthplace and the burial place of the great Sam Maguire, and we are really, really proud of that fact. However, in my opinion, the main man at the moment is Tommy Collins, the chairman of the Dunmanway Community Council. Tommy has been volunteering locally for as long as I can remember. Essentially, he is the go-to person in the town, whether it's the tidy towns, the planting of trees, the St. Patrick's Day Parade, the Christmas lights, the creation of the Lakeside Gardens where we are currently standing, or the Garden of Expression which is currently being created across the road here. Tommy has been involved in it all. Aside from that, he has had a lifelong association with the credit union, which he actually started here in the town, and also a lifelong association with Comhaltas. It was my absolute pleasure to nominate Tommy for this award. It's truly, truly deserved. So to a colleague and a friend, a dear friend, I congratulate you, Tommy. It's long overdue that your efforts have been recognised. Finally, I would like to thank the Cork Volunteer Centre for organising these awards. It is of paramount importance that our volunteers are recognised locally. I want to thank all the nominees and wish them the very best in the years going forward, the year ahead. And I would again like to thank our volunteer, our local man, Tommy. Thank you and bye-bye.
I'm a member of the Dunmanway Community Council at the moment. The Community Council is a community-based organisation of elected members with the aim of promoting the economic, cultural, social and maybe environmental well-being of Dunmanway. I suppose I started volunteering way back in 1969, first of all with the Dunmanway Credit Union. At that time there was a study group formed and I got involved with, to establish the credit union in Dunmanway. First of all as a supervisor, and then in 1973 I became treasurer, and I was volunteer treasurer from 1973 right up to 2003, when we realised the credit union was too big for volunteering. So I became manager of the credit union for the next couple of years. Now, at the same time, I was also involved with Quartus, the newly formed branch in 1976 was established, and I got involved and I became secretary of the branch in the Manway from 1978. And I suppose I was instrumental in promoting and starting traditional music classes and dancing classes, and then in partnership with Cork County VEC we developed a very good traditional music class in the vocational school in the name of Collage de Carbre. I wanted to give something back to the community, and I wanted to get involved in community life. Really, I suppose that's what really kept me going over the years. Well, I was very surprised, because I suppose this is the first award that I got over the years in all my volunteering, but I not so much for the distinction, but for the job satisfaction and the commitment to the cause. But I never looked for any recompense, let's say, except for my own job satisfaction, you could say. Well, I can only blame Councillor Deirdre Kelly for nominating me, but at the same time I must thank her and thank yourselves for all the work you're doing in the city and county too.
The Outstanding Lifetime Achievement Award for 2020 goes to Pat O'Connell, nominated by the Macroom Senior Citizens. Pat O'Connell has served the senior citizens of Macroom for over 20 years as chairman of Macroom Senior Citizens and Macroom Meals on Wheels. Pat has worked tirelessly since COVID to ensure all senior citizens got a freshly cooked 3-course hot meal delivered 7 days a week, and is active in the delivery of the meals. At Macroom Senior Citizens, he's ensuring all residents are kept active during lockdown, with activities that included a live music session played by himself on guitar and accompanied by Tim Kelleher on the banjo. The lively live sessions really lifted the spirits of all of the residents, especially during lockdown, and boosted the morale. Pat has worked every day since COVID without taking a day off. He asks for nothing in return and serves the community without hesitation. He's described as a truly remarkable man and deserves to be acknowledged for all the work he does serving the senior citizens of Macroom and the surrounding areas. Pat O'Connell, Volunteer of the Year, is our Outstanding Lifetime Achievement Award winner, and it is truly deserved. Congratulations, Pat.
Hello, my name is Kay and I work here at Macroom Senior Citizens Salon Haven. Our organisation provides 24-hour care for 13 residents here at Salon Haven, and we have 7 independent houses across the road. 24-hour care where the residents are provided with 3 healthy meals a day, and they have a day room. So we also provide the Meals on Wheels. 30 to 35 odd dinners go out every day around Macroom town and surrounding hinterlands. I nominated Pat O'Connell. I heard about it first from Sergeant Emer O'Connell, our Macroom Sergeant. Pat O's role here is it's an unusual one. He's the administrator, chairman, but he's also actively hands-on. He's a volunteer with the Meals on Wheels at the weekends, and when someone doesn't show up, he's available 24/7. He's an avid member of the GAA, so when work is over here, he's delivering lotto tickets, washing kits, doing the online lotto, like going to meetings. Like, his job is never over. And my experience with Pato for the last, we're going on 3 years now, is that he's a great listener. He's very approachable. The job will get done regardless. We always find a way. It's been tough here since March with a lot of our funding has been shut down, but we've been creative in finding other sources to make ends meet. We also have a little shopping down the road where it's a charity shop, and all proceeds from that charity shop go directly to Macroom Senior Citizens, which is beneficial, and it's necessary to keep the show going. Terry and all the volunteers down there work alongside Pato, and they make it work as well.
Well, when I got a phone call from Adam from the Cork Volunteer Centre, he told me that I was nominated for an award. So I said to him, I don't know anything about that now. I was pulling my leg actually. So I said, who nominated me? And he said, KMX3. Then the penny dropped. I said, yeah, okay, I'm delighted. I was nominated. So there was a bit of scheming game on my back to the 90 about. I first got involved with Macroom Senior Citizens way back in 1986 when I was asked by the then chairman to know to come on board to give him a hand helping out with a project which they had in mind. Was to provide 7 sheltered houses for the elderly in Macroom, and they needed a voluntary group to come together to raise a quarter of the money which was going to be granted from the Department of the Environment towards that project. From my young age I was always wanted to do something for people. I wanted to promote the town, and I was interested. I was supposed to join the Junior Chamber actually when I was about 21, which is a fabulous organisation for training and all that with volunteerism. And then I was involved in other groups in town as well, like the Mountain Dew Festival, which was Ireland's first open rock concert with Rory Gallagher, one of the GA, the Enterprise Board. So I just like volunteering, like giving my time to people and making Macroom a better place to live in. Yes, volunteering is a very important part of community life around Ireland, because I will actually appeal to younger people to, if they have any time in their hands, to get involved with volunteering, because I know of several groups that I'm actually involved in myself. The people that are running them are getting older and older and they're not being replaced. So if people don't come forward, these organisations are quite likely to collapse and won't be there in the future. And Ireland without volunteering would be a sad nation as well, concerned, because it's the lifestyle of any community and any organisation that is running voluntary stuff. They need people to come forward, so especially appeal to younger people, if they turn their hands, go forward and volunteer with different groups.
I would just like to say to Pat O'Connell that I believe he certainly deserves this Lifetime Achievement Award. He's worked bloody hard for it and has never asked for anything back. I just see the way that he's operated the last 3 years, and especially during the past 6 to 8 months around COVID, and what he's put in to maintain the staff morale, the volunteer morale, and especially the residents that live here. They are his priority. They are his, they're his babies, you know, and he will go to any lengths to bring them a bit of joy, a bit of comfort, and a bit of ease. I cannot say enough about him. If you want to find out more about Macroom Senior Citizens, Salon Haven, you can go to our Facebook page, Macroom Senior Citizens. You can email us, macroomseniorcitizens@aircom.net. You can phone us 026 41689, and I'm happy to answer anyone's queries about volunteering here.
I'd just like to thank the people that nominated me for this award, and I'm very grateful for it.
No, I'd love just to say congratulations. I don't know in terms of the videos and stuff, but just from all of us, all of the team at Cork Volunteer Centre, we really, really appreciate the work that you're doing. And look, the country wouldn't survive without you, particularly with everything that's gone on, so well done.
The Volunteer of the Year for South City, this year's winner is Sarah Donovan. Sarah has been nominated by Link. Link is the only community development organisation working exclusively with lesbian and bisexual women in the Republic of Ireland. During the pandemic, Link put out a call for community members who were willing to share knowledge or skills to join a volunteer online learning programme. Sarah taught a beginner's ukulele class. This offered structure, distraction and fun to all the women who took part. Since 2018, Cork has enjoyed a long-awaited space for lesbian, bi and trans women. Bjore's Dyke Night was set up by Sarah and her partner Lou to fill this void. Sarah arranged 4 digital open mic nights during lockdown, which also fundraised for some very deserving charities. Sarah is also a member of the Shandoon Ukulele Band and has served on the committee of Choral Confusion. Congratulations, Sarah Donovan.
Link is an NGO with over 20 years' experience. We work with lesbian and bisexual women and their families. My name is Ciara Mulcahy and I'm the community health worker with Link.
Set up in 1999 to create a safe space for women to offer peer support and a place to meet and socialise. Our organisation is built on community development principles with the ultimate goal of improving the health and well-being of lesbian and bisexual women in Ireland. We host an array of supports, activities and events for our community members and deliver LGBT awareness training to businesses, organisations and schools around the country. The Link community joins us from all around Ireland, and the work we do would be impossible without the help, support and enthusiasm of our volunteers, one of whom you'll meet today. Sarah Donovan is a dynamic and dedicated volunteer. This year, when COVID struck and we brought our services online, Link put out a call to the community for online learning to keep women engaged and connected during what would prove to be a very difficult time. Sarah became our virtual ukulele instructor, delivering lessons over Zoom. Women from Cork City, West Cork and County Clare came together weekly to learn, laugh and get lost in music with a kind, patient and enthusiastic teacher. But this is not the only reason we nominated Sarah. She and her wife Lou responded to the need for a women-only social space in Cork City. Bjore's, a monthly lesbian space where women could gather, meet, laugh and enjoy entertainment in the company of other women, was born in 2018. It was both a monthly meetup and a beloved virtual hub whose catchy cartoons and memes included and represented all identities within the community. It kept us connected and smiling between meetups. Sarah's quick thinking and creativity shone during lockdown when the community, craving a lost connection, were offered Bjore's first virtual open mic night. Sarah gathered a full night's entertainment from women in the community by requesting video footage of women performing songs, poems, music and theatrical performances. To see one another, to laugh and smile together. Once again we were visible, all connected, as we logged on for a night of entertainment and fun from our favourite monthly meetup. Not only did Sarah host an incredible community event, but Bjore's used this opportunity to raise vital funds for Cork Simon in March. After the success of the first event, Sarah went on to arrange 3 more virtual open mic nights, raising money for the Sexual Violence Centre at Kidawa and our own counselling service at Link. Not only did these events have an incredible impact on the organisations, but also on the community, with Bjore's open mic nights becoming a beacon of connection and fun during a dark time.
So Bjore's Dyke Night is a lesbian collective here in Cork where we meet once a month in a safe space, in a pub space where we have our own room and our own community gathering together for a bit of crack and a few pints. We started about 2 years ago after Cork Pride, when a group of us were saying how much we'd love a lesbian space where we could just relax and get together. When I moved to Cork 10 years ago, I remember all the lesbians talking about how great the Thursday nights in Loafers was, where it was a women-only night and people were lamenting the loss, and so we decided to do something about it. my role in the whole thing really, I suppose, is to drive it. I'm part of a collective, as I say, and basically what I do is I look after all the social media and run the website and come up with some ideas how we get people involved, how to get people together. Since the lockdown, we've had to move all our social events online, obviously, and just before the lockdown we were going to have an open mic night, and we decided to move this online, and we've had 4 virtual open mic nights since March. During that night we also raised money for local charities, and we raised thousands of euros really at this stage for 4 local charities. So it's a great way to get people involved, but also give back something to the community as well. Since the lockdown, Link have been running a fantastic programme, an outreach programme, and they found that an awful lot of people were needing some support, and so they've always run a low-cost counselling service, but they were feeling they are stretched to the limits always, but it's particularly now. So our last virtual open mic night was a fundraiser for the low-cost counselling service at Link, and we raised quite a bit of money. We were really delighted. But more than that, we're also delighted with the whole community getting involved with the open mic nights. And Link have really been very, very supportive, driving the whole thing as well and getting people involved. And so many people who were involved with Link and also with the viewers community got involved with the open mic nights and performed for us and shared their talents, and it's been really, really successful. We've been really delighted with it. Well, when Link rang a couple of weeks ago, or probably a month ago now, and said that they were going to nominate me, I was absolutely chuffed and really flabbergasted that they would even think of me. But I said, if we can have the lesbian community shown in a bright light, well, let's go for it. But I really thought that would be the end of it then. I didn't expect it to go any further, so when I got the call last Friday week, I was absolutely stunned. I'm really, really proud. I never felt that I had been, put upon by organising any of these events at all. So to be recognised as a volunteer, with such a salubrious group, I'm really, really delighted, really chuffed. But I'm also very humbled with being involved with, or being linked with other people who work so hard in the voluntary sector. Community voluntary work is the backbone, I suppose, of Irish community, and that I'm part of that. It's, I'm very, very, very proud. People are after crawling out of their shells really to perform. I can't believe it, and they're loving it. The response is great, and one of the great things about it is that we can have professional singers logged in besides the likes of me who'll sing something, to the radio or whatever, and everybody is equal on the nights, and everybody is standing, and everybody gets the same applause and recognition, and everybody feels involved and valued, which is, you can't ask for more. So I'm only one person involved in this, the Bureau's Dynamite, the Lesbian Collective, but there are other people that I'd like to thank as well. First of all, my long-suffering wife, who's been such a support, and I wouldn't be here without her. I wouldn't have the confidence to be able to do anything like this without her. I'd like to thank June, Can, Anita, Karen and Leona and Siobhan for all the work they do as well, collecting donations, selling tickets, rallying the troops, all sorts of things, so thanks to them. And also the Abbas Ale House, they're absolutely fantastic, offering the room, and they've just been so supportive throughout the whole thing as well, so thanks for that.
The team at Link are absolutely thrilled that Sarah has won this award, and we are incredibly proud to call her a Link volunteer.
The Volunteer of the Year for North Cork this year is Miriam O'Connor of Active Club at the CDYS in Mallow. Miriam has volunteered with the Activate Club for the last 10 years. Miriam has been the backbone behind the club, ensuring that all the young children's needs are met. Young people on the autism spectrum are invited to experience a social setting where communication skills are encouraged and emotional well-being is promoted. Miriam is very much hands-on every Wednesday evening when the club meet. Over the last 2 years, Miriam has been responsible for setting up 2 zones within the club. The sensory room, which is equipped to ensure the young people's sensory needs are addressed. The second zone is the Activate zone, which is a large space which is carefully chosen equipment that will encourage the users, fine motor and gross motor skills. In the 10 years that Miriam has been volunteering, she's never missed an evening, and that's certainly what we call dedication. Congratulations, Miriam.
Hi, my name is Bernadette O'Connor and I work in the Clyde Diocesan Youth Service. I work in Mallow as a Mallow Parish Youth Ministry worker. I work in the area of faith and spiritual development. As part of my role, I oversee the youth club, the Activate Club. This is a youth club for young people on the autism spectrum. The Activate Club is a youth club where the young people come and hang out. It's where they can do cooking and baking, arts and crafts, Dungeons and Dragons, computer games. We have a sensory room and we also have an active zone. I nominated Miriam O'Connor for the North Cork Volunteer Award. Miriam is a volunteer in the Activate Club. Miriam has taken a lead role within the club, making sure that we apply for grants so that we can go on excursions and buy resources for the club. Miriam is the driving force in the Activate Club, making sure that all the young people's needs are met. If some of the young people have sensory issues, then making sure that we go out and buy resources which these young people can play. Over the last 2 years, Miriam has invested great time and energy into making sure that we apply for grants. We were very fortunate to receive these grants, and with the money that we received, we were able to do the sensory room and the active zone. The sensory room is the highlight of the week for some people, both for parents and the young people, with the different equipment that we have in there. Miriam is constantly trying to improve our club, which is fantastic. I suppose given the nature of the club, when we have new parents coming in, when the young people have been newly diagnosed, it's great to know that we can signpost them to Miriam, and Miriam will offer them support and advice and give them that words of encouragement that they may like to hear.
I think I was volunteering long before I ever realised I was volunteering, but I really wanted to volunteer because I could see the potential in the young people and what can be achieved when they are supported through their interests, but also to give them new opportunities to explore new things, meet new people. It's great to be part of their journey, and I love the kids. I love seeing the kids come in every week with beaming smiles, and they're so enthusiastic. It's very rewarding. As well as that, the Activate Club is great that it's located at the Big Blue Cube because there's loads of space for the kids to explore and have fun. And it's really made my journey as a volunteer much more enjoyable. I love it. I got involved in the organisation as I have 2 autistic children, and I didn't know anybody else at the time who had children with autism, so I was really looking for a support group where we could meet other families who were on the same journey as ourselves. The Activate Club is very welcoming and a great sense of inclusion. Siblings are also welcome, so I was able to bring all 3 of my children who were able to meet other kids with similar experiences. It's a great sense of inclusion, and it's a real family-friendly environment, and we love it. So I decided to stay and help out. My role at the club can involve anything from helping to set up the club each week, in particular the active zone and the sensory room, to providing hands-on support to the children and young people through games, different activities, and through the use of specialised equipment that will help to support their development in the areas of fine and gross motor skills and their overall general well-being. I also run the URSA programme in collaboration with parents and the young people themselves. It's an 8-week programme that centres around emotion regulation and self-awareness, and I'm also involved in funding applications to purchase specific resources for the benefit of our young people based around their interests and their needs. When I found out I won the award, I was absolutely shocked. I had no idea I was even nominated. Did not expect anything like this, but it was a lovely surprise, and I am thinking of the whole team at the Activate Club when I received this award. So thank you so much. It's very much appreciated. My favourite thing about volunteering with the CDYS at the Activate Club has to be the level of support that we receive as volunteers in exploring new ways to support the children at the club. Everything from arts and crafts right across to our new initiatives. The sensory room and the active zone have been a huge support for families The kids absolutely love them, and you know, it's really benefiting families, and the CWS have been instrumental in helping us to achieve this. And it's, you know, it just makes life a little bit easier for us as volunteers as well, but also for the families that come each week. I just want to say a massive thank you to Sharon and Bernadette for all your support with the Activate Club over the years. You have been a fantastic support to our kids and to all our families. Thank you so much. If you're thinking about volunteering, I would say absolutely yes. You will learn so much about yourself, you will learn so much about the people you are supporting, and you will get so much more back than you could ever imagine. It's very rewarding, and just think about it. You have the potential to make an impact and create a positive difference in the lives of others. Try it, you'll love it.
If you would like to get involved in volunteering, check out CDYS website on www.cdys.ie, or you can contact me, Bernadette, at cdys.ie. So on behalf of the Activate Club and all the staff and volunteers here in CDYS, so on behalf of all the young people, the parents, the volunteers of the Activate Club, we would truly and heartily congratulate Miriam O'Connor on this fantastic achievement, and we know how much Miriam deserves this award and how much she will love being the highlight tonight. Well done, Miriam.
The Volunteer of the Year under the Board Member category. This year's winner is Liz Maddox, and Liz has been nominated for her work with the Cork Older People Council. Congratulations, Liz. Liz has been nominated for the voluntary sector for the tremendous work she did in representing the needs of older people during COVID-19, but also attending to the needs of the people in her area in Castlemartyr. Liz has been a lifetime volunteer, always advocating the needs of older people in Cork County. Outside of the COVID response, Liz is chair of the Cork Older People Council and has been a very active voice for older people. Everyone who knows and loves Liz said it is a great pleasure to see her nominated for the sterling work she has done, particularly as a board member.
Hi, my name is Mary Cohan and I was a judge on the Volunteer of the Year award in the board member category. I'm delighted to say that we picked Liz Maddox as Volunteer of the Year in this category. This award is richly deserved, and I would like to congratulate Liz and thank her for all she does in her community. Thank you.
In her role as Chair of Cork County Older People's Council, Liz Maddox does an exceptional job of representing the needs of older people right across the County of Cork. In this role, Liz also serves as the voice of the older person on the Cork County Age Friendly Alliance. Closer to her home in Castlemartyr, Liz is hugely active in the Castlemartyr Family Carers and Disability Group. Throughout the COVID-19 pandemic, Liz has volunteered her time selflessly, not just in Castlemartyr, but also on Cork County Council's COVID-19 Community Support Programme. On behalf of everyone here at the Cork County Age Friendly Office, and indeed on behalf of the Cork County Older People's Council, congratulations, Liz, and well done on your award.
So Liz, I was the manager of Cork Volunteer Centre. I've heard your voice on every single call that was made for the Community Response Forum and the Delivery Group, and you've been a fantastic advocate for older people. And I just want to say, I suppose, for the video as well, I suppose just how inspiring you've been and how dedicated you've been, and also just to say that you've received more than one nomination for these awards in your category.
That's really nice.
So just well done. And I suppose, could you tell us a little bit about the calls, about the Community Response Forum and how that worked?
Well, right from the beginning, I think we needed an overall phone number so that everybody could find out what was available in each community. That was the most important thing. And when cocooning came in, that was very important for the old person. because they're in the houses thinking, well, I can't go out, how am I going to eat, how am I going to have meals, how am I going to go shopping, how am I going to have medicine, and that's where Cork County Council came in. Our community meetings, teleconferences, we managed to make sure that every community was aware of the network in their communities, because it's important as a volunteer to have a network of people around you, to be able to pick up the phone and say, well, I've Mrs. So-and-so down the road, she needs a dinner, she needs medication, she might need shopping or whatever. The library services were also very good in rolling out boxes of books and music and things. So the guards, our community guards especially, can't thank them enough, my own community guard, Dave Leahy, and our own local superintendents and what have you, they've all been on board. In fact, in my area now, they're delivering meals. The Garda are delivering meals. I didn't have Meals on Wheels in Castlemartyr, so that was my first thing. I knew of at least 25 people who were extremely vulnerable. There was no way I was getting them Meals on Wheels, and through the Community Support Committee, I managed to set that up with the help of a local restaurant there who first started it, and now it's with the HSE, and the meals are still being provided. If we go down into another lockdown, all this we may have to do again. The community support team are on board, they're ready. Thanks to Tim Lucy, he didn't close shop, the number is still available, and we're all working away to make sure that every older person has the best. The Cork Older People's Council launched the CARE programme through the community support group, which was supported very much by the Chief Executive, Tim Lucy, and we were able to implement policies and have an understanding with Cork County Council of what the older people's needs were, to be able to work with the businesses, with our councillors, our engineers, and all our politicians. Somebody said to me, the most important thing about being a volunteer is not to be working on your own, to be able to pick up the phone. You can't help somebody if there isn't somebody out there that can help you. So that's really an important thing. And as a volunteer, I'd say my motto is don't give up. Because I don't want to hear no. If somebody says no, then I'll go and find another door to open to get the right answer for yes. Because the reward is helping the person that's asked you for help. That's my biggest reward in life. I've been doing this for 25 years, and I'm extremely happy that I've been able to do that.
And is your full-time carer as
yes,
well?
Yeah. I think family carers out there right now, it's their most, they are working astoundingly exhausted. And for me, at the beginning, I was very much not speaking about family carers' issues. And I suppose over 25 years, I have learned that if you don't speak up and you don't reach out, it can't all be sickness behind a closed door. You know, it's a lot of women, and I would encourage women family carers to have a mindset outside the sickness and everything, and be an advocate for all carers. For younger carers coming into the system now, they need advice and they need ways to be able to get whatever they need, be it medical devices, be it wheelchairs, whatever, be it just be advice on how to get family carers allowance or whatever. Those of us that have been doing it for years have all that information. So it's important that we are able to go out, especially with our Cork County Council, to have the delight of sitting in a room with all the stakeholders and saying what the needs are. With the older person, the person with a disability, or a family carer is a really special way forward for Cork County Council. And I thank them for doing that.
So this is the big announcement, and before I heard about who was going to win this, I asked to talk to a couple of people who knew the volunteer in question to get a sense of who they were, and a couple of things that were mentioned about this person. She was described as a phenomenal young lady and role model, an incredible advocate and champion for volunteerism. It was mentioned that volunteering is part of who she is, and that she's very committed to promoting volunteering, and that she's selfless. And when I heard about the variety of activities that she's involved in, I kind of thought I'd really like to meet this person. I can't obviously tonight, but I can't also because I understand she's actually volunteering in another country at the moment in Lesbos. Before I make the announcement, and you probably know who it is, I do also want to thank the Cork Volunteer Centre and Julie and all the people there for all their work. It would probably not come as a surprise to many of you that the Cork Volunteer of the Year is Vera Stoyankovic. Congratulations, Vera. You've been described as a quiet, gentle, unassuming young woman. You've been involved in a whole variety of activities, Sanctuary Masks Initiative, helping women seek asylum, involved in the City Sanctuary, establishing your own organisation, Better Together. Vera, congratulations. Please take a minute for yourself. You sound very busy, and say well done to yourself as well. And at some stage, I look forward to meeting you. Congratulations, Vera.
Wow, what a deserving winner. She is somebody who really just exemplifies what volunteering is. Just what an amazing woman, and what a well-deserved winner.
I first met Vera a couple of years ago when I did a workshop for migrant women in UCC, and she's a fantastic person. The event was so well organised. It was a great opportunity to promote volunteering to people in direct provision centres directly. I think Vera deserves to win this award because she's a very humble person, very kind, and as everyone has been saying already, she's a fantastic person, very selfless, and just gives a lot of her time and energy to volunteering. So she definitely deserves the title of C103 Volunteer of the Year.
I had the pleasure to meet Vera at Volunteer Leadership Training. We delivered virtually, and you could really feel her positive energy even via Zoom.
Vera was awarded the overall C103 Volunteer of the Year award and the first vote of the judges, where she had a clear majority. She's an exceptional young woman who has volunteered tirelessly to empower other women.
Heartiest congratulations to Vera. My name is Michelle Power, and I manage the Quercus Talented Students Programme in University College Cork. And that programme rewards and recognises students in one of our strands who have contributed enormously, either locally, nationally or globally, to making people's lives better. And no better recipient could we have thought of than Vera Stoyankovic, who received the Quercus Active Citizenship Scholarship 3 years ago. Vera is one of the more remarkable young people I have ever met. She is resilient, she is determined, and also she is totally outcome focused. I am not surprised that she is being honoured here this evening for her work, and University College Cork and the Quercus Talented Students Programme are enormously proud of her.
Hello, my name is Cathal O'Connell and I'm the Head of School at the School of Applied Social Studies, University College Cork. I was delighted to learn of the news that our social science student, Miss Vera Stoyankovic, has been announced as the overall winner of the Cork Volunteer of the Year Award for 2020. Vera, this is due recognition of the outstanding work that you have been undertaking over the past number of years. Through your work, you have changed the lives of so many people for the better, both here in Ireland and further afield. As a student in the School of Applied Social Studies, you were a fine scholar, you were a great classmate, and you led by example. We wish you continued success in the years ahead, and congratulations once again. Thank you.
My name is Doug Cubey of the UCC University of Sanctuary Working Group. Vera has been an active member of the working group for the past couple of years, and we've been thrilled to be able to support her in the work that she and her organisation Better Together undertook earlier this year with the Sanctuary Masks Initiative. This initiative provided much needed employment for women in direct provision during the extremely challenging times of the COVID restrictions, and it also provided protective materials so that individuals in direct provision centres could receive masks so that they could then provide some level of protection to themselves and others. UCC, as a University of Sanctuary, takes our responsibilities very, very seriously, and therefore we're thrilled to be able to support our students who are acting in the betterment of individuals in our society. And so Vera is an extremely worthy winner of both the Student Volunteer of the Year Award and also of the Cork Volunteer of the Year Award. So we're thrilled that Vera has been recognised in the great work that she and her colleagues have been doing in partnership with members of the asylum seeking community. Thank you.
We have an amazing prize for one lucky viewer this year. All you need to do is to like, share, and tag somebody you would bring with you to the Kingsley Hotel.
That's where we wrap it up for this year, folks. Our thanks to everybody who took part and made this night possible. In particular, I'd like to thank Julie and the gang at the Cork Volunteer Centre because they put so much work into this evening. But this evening is all about you, the winners, the Volunteer Award winners. Once again, congratulations each and every one of you. And we look forward to, please God, all meeting up again in the future and when life returns to a little bit more normality and we'll have a gala awards night again next year. Once again, thank you for taking part and stay safe. God bless.
The board and staff of Cork Volunteer Centre would like to take this opportunity to thank all of our amazing sponsors. We'd like to thank the Kingsley Hotel, all of our judges, our C103 presenter Patricia Messenger, Minister Joe O'Brien, and all our wonderful guest speakers.
Best wishes to all the winners. Have a great night.
Massive congratulations to all the Cork Volunteer of the Year Award winners 2020. You must be very, very proud of yourselves and your achievements. Huge congratulations to you and best wishes to all of you. Well done.
Hi, I'm David. I just wanted to say congratulations to all the winners and thank you all for volunteering, especially in this year. It's been a tough year. Hope you enjoy your night and congratulations and thank you again.
Congratulations to all 2020 winners and big thank you to all amazing Cork volunteers for what you do. Thank you.
Massive congratulations to our 10 award winners tonight. Well done. And to anyone volunteering in Cork, keep up the great work. Thank you.
I would like to just say a huge congratulations to everyone involved. Well done.
If you'd like to learn more about volunteering in Cork, please visit our website www.volunteercork.ie. Thank you for watching our show tonight. Until next year, take care.